Hello everyone, this is Ep14 and welcome to episode 14 of Ep20's UniversIO Let's Play series, where I'm making myself a full set of Terra Steel armor because I can. Between episodes I did all the tedious crafting that's involved in this, mostly because I could. Really all we needed was Terra Steel ingots, which we know is easy, Mana Steel ingots, which we know is easy, Living Wood Twigs, which we know are easy, and all the tier 2 runes. So we needed spring, summer, autumn, and fall or winter. So the four seasonal runes from Botanical. So boom. Now we're cooking, right? Oh yeah, looking good. Do I need this iron armor for any reason? I'm going to say that no, I don't, and therefore I'm going to avoid it. So yeah, right? Good call. Yes, 100%. So last episode we were able to get alchemistry moving, right? So we got started with alchemistry a bit. In today's episode, I'm going to continue down that line. We got access to diamonds, which is cool. I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet, but I'm sure something. We're going to need graphite ingots. And then that is just smelted graphite dust or smelted charcoal or coal. So I think I could just... Don't I already have graphite? Or did I just use up all the graphite that I had? I might have just used up all the graphite that I have. But I can very quickly smelt up some graphite, right? Not a problem. Because I did this. Oh, and graphite has an EMC value. So that's even cooler, right? Yeah, sure. Cool. Works for me. And then learned. Boom. Easy peasy. Sweet. Did anything else that I make recently have EMC that I didn't notice? Oh, the other kind of graphite did. I should really make sure that whatever I'm doing I pay attention to the EMC needs of. Cool. But no, we want graphite. Stop it. There we go. Cool. And then you can be learned. Sweet. Okay. Well, that was easy enough. Now, out of curiosity, like, what's the math on that, right? So that's an EMC of 6, which is 24. This is an EMC of 24. This is a stack of 192. That's 192. So the math all adds up exactly the way you might expect it to. There's also reactor glass, which is going to be lead oxide and silicon. Now, that's from alchemistry. So I'm guessing that's going to lead... Isn't there a fusion or a fission multi-block that we're going to need to deal with at some point soon? I'm assuming that's where this is leading. But I guess we'll find out. Before we jump into that, though, what I'd like to do is get osmium dust, which has an EMC, and then platinum dust, which has an EMC. So osmium we don't know yet, and platinum we don't know yet. So if we want to get those... So osmium... Let's clear that. Well, yeah, no, let's just clear it all out. So osmium dust and platinum dust. So platinum comes from platinum, which is andesite in a dissolver, or cosmic dust in a dissolver. Okay. Platinum's super low chance there. Well, not that low, 7%. That's not terrible. But we don't have as much andesite as we have cosmic dust. Now, what about osmium? That comes from diorite and deep slate, or cosmic dust as well. Cool. So what I'm going to do is get my dissolver set up here. See how clever that is. And then you should be making a bunch of stuff, some of which is maybe, you know, new to me. Cool. Now remember, we can sleep through the night and get extra temporal pouch time, so I'm not worried too much about, you know, Now, I got some platinum and I got some osmium, which is cool. I, in fact, got a bunch of new stuff, but platinum and osmium being kind of like, the big deal guys, right? So, osmium and platinum, we unlock you. Then osmium and platinum. I can only assume that I'm supposed to smelt these guys. Nobody's surprised at all by that. Nice. Okay, cool. And that will lead to reactor casings. I had a suspicion we were getting somewhere, right? I knew we were heading down that, and then fusion controller. And fusion is how we're going to get some stuff eventually. Okay? So that's cool. So that's where this main quest line is leading. Now you, sir, could use some dark matter and graphite blocks. Graphite we know how to get. In fact, I think we have the EMC for. Dark matter is just Aeternalist fuel and blocks of diamond, all of which have EMC, leading to dark matter having EMC. I could get my transmutation tablet going sooner than later. And having Aeternalist fuel might not be a terrible idea. Maybe we could get that cooking. Because Aeternalist fuel is a way... I can't get coal, but I can convert coal from alchemical coal, which does have an EMC value, right? So if I got carbon, and got coal, and turned that into alchemical coal, and then turned that into Mobius, and then turn that into Aeternalist, that would be cool, right? And now that's all been learned. Beautiful. And that's how we'll get to Aeternalist fuel blocks and basic relays and basic power flowers, etc., etc. So it looks like, and this will generate EMC once per 20 ticks. It produces 100 per second. Not bad. But it costs 2.42 million to make. That is quite a bit. Now, basic collectors we could get. That doesn't look too bad. 4 EMC per second. Okay. So we'll definitely want to get into the whole this thing soon, right? Basic EMC links. That's going to be a thing. So you don't have quests for the basic stuff, but that's okay. I don't need you to have quests for the basic stuff. I'll handle the basic stuff on my own. So I guess my question right now is, do I want to jump into EMC production, or do I want to jump into whatever fusion is leading me to? And then I could also jump into processors, right? Because that could be cool. So raw basic processors and then basic processors. This all sounds doable, right? And I'm going to need a better source of string. Keratin in a compactor, which by the way has an EMC value, leads to string. I'm just saying. And keratin is dissolved keratin dust or feathers or rabbit's foot or empty tag Minecraft carpets or string. Right? So check this out. If I got a dissolver and we dissolve some string, I'm going to do one at a time here. There we go, keratin, right? Then I target you and get a bunch of it. And that can make me feathers or wool or rabbit's feet. Strength. Cool. So I lock that dude down to string, and now I've got a bunch of extra string. That's cool. So we can kind of set up, like, so even though string is not EMCable, there's an item that will immediately turn into string that is EMCable. So that's something we have to watch out for, right? That's cool. And then we can use that keratin along with slime balls to make refined storage happen, right? Yeah, buddy. So if we got our U and we got our silicon, okay, then we should be able to make some of this. Getting into refined storage doesn't sound like a terrible idea, right? To anybody? Am I out of gold? Explain to me how I'm out of gold. I know how I'm out of gold. I turned a bunch of it into mana steel and terra steel. That's where all my gold went. Well, we want to sleep through the night anyway, so I'll just get a few pieces of gold. There you go. And now we can skip the night, plus get ourselves a bunch of gold, which can be used to make the stuffs. Now I'm going to probably need more EMC to get diamonds for refined. So here's what I'm thinking. Let's get a refined storage system up and running. And then we can get into fusion. Maybe. Well, at least let's start. Let's start with a little bit of refined storage and see what happens, right? Because I'm not sure if my power setup is such that I'm okay for refine just yet. But I can at least get one of each, right? Maybe need some help with diamonds. So what I'll do is we're out of the shiny stuff. Let me go make a bunch of EMC with this stuff, and I'll be right back. So the progression here is funny on the questing. It has you making like exporters and wireless transmitters before doing anything else. So I'm assuming most of this pack expects you to kind of know the mods because there's a lot of tricks and curveballs. So some things are like, do this in this particular order. Other ones, I don't even know like why have these quests, right? I mean, I don't see a need for them. Because clearly you're not guiding me through refined storage. You're just saying like, hey, you know, get some stuff. And then probably just saying, you know, get into things. So do I want to do the refined thing now? I think so. Refined sounds like a good plan, right? So I guess the question would be, how do we get a controller? That all looks easily doable with resources I currently have. And then we're going to want a crafting grid, right? Easy, 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 easy. Standard, standard, easy. All simple stuff, right? The only thing that's different is a machine casing needing nether brick and peripheral casings, but we can handle that, right? We've made enough of those so far. And then we're going to want 64K drives if we can, or... you know, if we can get that many. That might be a little bit much in the advanced processor department, but maybe we could pull it off. Should be doable. We're just going to need a bunch more silicon. But again, that has an EMC value. Did I do that with silicon? I did that, but I didn't do this. But now I did. Boom, stack of silicon. Anybody? Quartz still leaving something to be desired. I need to find a better way to get more quartz. I don't see an amazing way for that to work, right? I don't see nothing's jumping out at me as, hey, there's lots of quartz, but maybe there's somewhere in the nether where we can get more quartz in bulk. Not that it's super rare, right? It's just not as easy as some of the other resources yet. So I'm wondering if there's some other way to get it. That said, does quartz have like one of those alchemistry recipes? No, interestingly enough. It can dissolve into barium and silicon dioxide, but it does not get made with that, with any of that. So I guess conjuration catalyst is probably your best bet, but that's going to need the gateway to here. That looks totally reasonable. That should be super easy. Should be extremely easy to open a portal to Elfheim, I would think. Yeah. And then we could make the conjuration catalyst for duping quartz. I don't see why not. Everything there looks pretty standard. Yeah, I'll consider it. So let's make this chest for now. Because it's pipes, I'll go ahead and also make it the refined storage chest. And I'll also make it the Flux Networks chest. Is that fair? I might have been putting some flux dust in here. I'll just add it to here. And then there should be more flux dust over here. Done. How's my charcoal doing? Could use a little bit more, but it'll hold out for now. And then you guys can just go away like this. I'm cleaning up inventory, as you can tell. Sweet. All right. Thinking. Give me a minute to think through how I want to do this. I'm thinking refined storage, and I'll just start crafting a little bit off camera. All I'll say is nether quartz is definitely more rare than I'm used to it being. I'm trying to like do this in a semi-efficient manner, and doing it as a tunnel is not working out super well. I'm definitely at a Y level where I've seen nether quartz, but it's just super rare. See, there's some. Right? Once you get it, I mean, you get some, right? It's not a ton. Looks like there's a bunch of lava that way, so I'll go this way. And then we'll just hope we get lucky. So I'll come back. All right, if I'm not mistaken, we are in the home stretch here with regards to getting what we want to get. So I've got almost enough 16Ks for a 64K, which is where I'm going to start. Honestly, we're not bad on resources, right? Like, not at all. And then you can upgrade to a 64K, which can turn into a 64K storage disk. And then you can pop into here, and now we've got item storage. Look at that. All right, I'm going to put you two away for a sec. Gravity I want to keep on me, but all this junk can go away. You can go away. I'll hang on to my buckets. I'll hang on to my food. Okay. And then if I put you and you down here, and I put my buckets in here, now I've got plenty of inventory space with which to hold a bunch of junk, we could argue, right? Now I doubt that I've got 64K worth of junk to be had here. Is that recipe a thing? Nope. Sweet. Works for me. Cool. All right. Look at who's got a refined storage system going. That's right. Refined storage for the win. All right. I'm very pleased about that. I'll just, start cleaning up. Yeah. Is that cool? Anything in my main inventory can get refined storage. And then once we have refined storage holding all our stuff, then we can rearrange this room to be a little less of a mess, right? Like, we'll still have stuff in here, but this will turn into my main, functioning crafting area type of thing. I like that plan. So how are we on storage? Yeah, 2,000 out of 64,000. Like, we're good, right? I think we're fine. I don't know what to do with all this dollar stone. I might make another drawer. Let's make sure that your display JEI synchronized two-way. Yeah, that's what I'm after. Cool. And then all the dollar stone can chill in here. And then all the excess stuff can be put away. Sweet. Looking good, right? Hey, refined storage. What's up? Then what I'll probably do is just move this to, like, back here somewhere. You can kind of be centered in the room. You'll be moved. Okay. How about you be in the corner? I like that plan. You can chill over here. You can have this guy. You're probably losing a small amount of RF a tick. That's okay. I'm not quite sure how much RF a tick we're generating from that mana flux field, but it's not terrible. We have to figure out energy pipes at some point, because, like, I've got flux networks, but I don't have energy pipes, and I'm not entirely sure. There might be something that I missed that, you know, the energy pipes exist, but I don't know. It's all good. Hey, question. Can I get better food via AMC now? Like, if we looked up raw beef, for example, oh, that's right, make sure you're JEI synchronized two-way. So beef comes from protein, which has an EMC, which I can get by dissolving pretty much anything, right? In fact, we can get cooked chicken, cooked mutton. That's all pretty good, actually. Steak, right? From 4 protein, which we can get from literally anything, right? Cobwebs can make it. Slime balls can make protein. So you ready for this? Slime ball dissolve into protein, gets EMC'd, and then is it a compactor or a combiner? Interesting. Oh, it only makes the raw one. So cooked beef, was I looking at dissolver for protein? Yeah. So you get protein from cooked, but then you can turn protein into, with a compactor, we could go raw beef, right? Because is raw beef the best? You can also use it to make leather, which is cool. So if we compacted you into beef, that seems cool to me, right? Sweet. I like it. And then it's time to sleep anyway, so I should just move my furnaces, to be honest with you. But for now, I'm going to cook the beef and take a nap. And then when I wake up, it'll be all cooked. Ha ha, look at that. And my food problems are now gone. I like that. I like the concept of, like, mixing alchemistry and Project E together. Like, that's a cool concept. I like that. I like what they're doing here. I think that's neat. Just my opinion, but I think it's cool, right? And for now, that'll do. You guys can all have the charcoal. Cool. And then you can go away, and that looks good. You can go in my backpack with my other tools. Overall, not terrible. Give me back my this. Well, no, you can stay in there for now. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, great. So, not too shabby, right? So now, quest-wise, I've got a refined storage system up and running. Should we go back to working on this reactor stuff? Might not be a terrible idea, because I suspect that's how we're going to progress and unlock other things in this pack. So that's definitely... I'm so interested in this whole, like, dragon egg concept. Obtain the dragon egg by defeating the ender dragon. Like, and you get a command block? You can make command blocks with it? Okay. That's fascinating is the best word I have for that. I don't have any other words. That is kind of cool. All right, so conjuration catalyst. Of course, there's no way to get nether quartz through any combinary type things. Just putting that out there. No way that I've found for that to work. So let's do reactor glass, which is going to need silicon dioxide and lead oxide, right? So that is a combiner of oxygen and lead. So let's get our combiner down. And we're going to want oxygen and lead. And then if we combine those, we get lead oxide, which has an EMC value. And then silicon dioxide is 2 oxygen and a silicon. That also has an EMC value. And then combine those two, and you get reactor glass, which does not have an EMC value, but that's okay, because the components have EMC values, so we're good. Cool. All right, reactor casings are going to be this thing. Osmium and platinum, which have EMC values. Okay. So reactor casings, boom. Sweet. And then you want a fusion reaction chamber, which looks like it needs netherite. So that's new. Stars is not a problem for me, right? No, we know how to get those. 2 heliums, 2 hydrogens. And then you. Now you're ready for the fusion chamber, but we need to look at a netherite. So how do we get netherite in this pack? So netherite, scrap, and gold. Okay. Netherite scrap comes from carbon and tungsten. I don't know. So tungsten. We have to find tungsten. I don't think we found tungsten yet. That can come from what? Stone, probably a super rare chance. Cobblestone slabs. So cobblestone dissolves into a bunch of things, one of them being tungsten. So I guess we just throw a bunch of cobblestone in here. Is there like so silicon dioxide, which is 30 EMC, can turn into cobblestone. That's kind of expensive, right? Normally cobblestone's like 1 EMC. Netherrack can convert into it, and then Emerald transmutation-y stuff. So not horrible. Wow, you are just not dissolving into anything, are you? Am I wrong about you? No, it's just a 98% chance to have nothing, or a 97% chance to have nothing happen. So that's not a great tungsten solution. Looking for something that has a better chance of being tungsten. Like chiseled stone bricks is better. Regular stone, which isn't great because I have to smelt it up. Smooth stone slabs might be cool. It's like a 1% chance. I could get some smooth stone, right? Let me flip through here and see what else we got. So I got silicon dioxide and gold. So not great. What I will do... How am I for stone in here? So what I could do is this. Speed that up a little bit. That is not at all what I meant to do. You were supposed to be in shapeless mode. Yeah, I need smooth stone. So smooth stone, does that have any specialty to it? Not really. Yeah. It transitions from smooth stone to living rock so fast that it's actually really hard to nail if you're tick accelerating, which kind of stinks because it means I can't tick accelerate The first, yeah. Thinking. Give me a few. I'll come up with something here. Worst case, I might just throw a bunch of cobble in off camera and then wait until I get lucky. Because it doesn't look like there's anything that's like a great solution to it. You know, because my goal here is basically to do this, which will get me extra smooth stone, right? It almost doubles it. And then if I get lucky, I might get tungsten at some point. It's a 1% chance, right? So, oh, speaking of being lucky. Look, that was on camera. You saw me not cheat. You saw. It was on camera. Of all the things this could have done, it gave me the exact same thing I wanted right away. Yeah, I was on camera. You saw it. I didn't cheat. There was no jump cuts. I was in the middle of a sentence. Look, we got zirconium as well. Sweet. Hello. Quest complete. Tungsten and zirconium. I didn't even know I had quests for those. Where were they? Oh, probably in the periodic table quests? Maybe? Sweet. So now I can get tungsten. Right? And that plus carbon in a combiner will make netherite scrap. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. Nope, they can't both be in there at the same time. Not a big deal. Cool. Just be quick because you don't want to get the wrong thing. Okay. And then you can turn into that and be... I don't know if I have enough gold. I do have enough gold. Sweet. So that means I can make this now? Haha! Awesome. Netherite for days. Done and done. How cool is that? Now I have to assume that you're going to tell me to go ahead and do some combining stuff. Fission controller chamber is next. So fusion's how we get uranium, and then fission, I assume, is how we're going to split down some stuff. Fusion controller chamber. So I'm assuming uranium is not easy to dissolve your way into, right? Yeah, uranium or block of amethyst, which would be cool if I had any amethyst. Any tricks to getting amethyst? Iron and silicon dioxide make amethyst. So can I get... Am I wrong, or can I get uranium? Can I not get uranium? Because that has a 4% chance of getting uranium. So it's low, but it can happen. Just saying. 4% chance isn't bad. I can work with that. Right? So iron and silicon dioxide. Let's just do it this way. Iron and silicon dioxide in a combiner makes amethyst, which has an EMC value. And then this has an EMC value. And then I'm out of EMC. And it's nighttime. Right? Then we get cosmic dust. We make more EMC. We get a bunch of amethyst. We dissolve it until we get uranium. Then we make uranium. Eh? No? Yes? Maybe? Potentially? Good work. So this is looking pretty good, right? So now I get amethyst. Boom. And we dissolve it until such time that we get uranium by luck. Right? Because that should dissolve her with a 4% chance I'll get uranium. So with any luck, I'll get it. There we go. Uranium. Quest complete uranium. Bing, bang, boom. Haha. And then that'll make uranium dust, which is a compactor recipe. Right? Boom. Also has EMC, by the way. And then that, I assume, gets smelted into uranium, which also has an EMC value. Cool. Okay. So we are doing good, yes? I would say so. And that's how we get into big reactors. Ah, now we're getting somewhere. So let's wrap up the episode here. We'll come back next time. We'll continue to progress. I've got a bunch of mana stuff going on over here. I think you're still running because I fed you with alchemical coal stuff. But actually, I'm now concerned that I don't have enough going on because my mana pool is empty. I'm assuming all the mana is being converted into energy, which is probably bad. Right. We'll have to figure that out next episode. For now, Dalton, I sign off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time to continue. This pack is fun. Like, it's cool because it's so different. Like, the progression, there's nothing that I've done before, right? Like, that's always what I'm looking for in my packs, is like, hey, this is a new path. I've played Britannia before. I've never generated RF with Britannia before, right? Like, I've played Project E before, but I've never had this style of, progression with it. So far, very impressed. Very happy. Hope you guys are enjoying the series. For now, Donald 20 signing off. Take it easy.